Hey, Merc here, and we're back. I've decided that the follow-up series to our Enigmatica 6 Hardcore is going to be Enigmatica 6 Expert. We're not going to play Hardcore, so we will be allowed to die. However, the Expert pack is going to make things a lot more challenging. Alright, so here are some differences between the last series and this one. Last one I hosted on a server for local play. This time I'm going to try playing directly off the single player. We are going to keep the difficulty on hard. Let's look into more options real quick. We're just going to take a random seed. It doesn't really matter what we put in here. And then world type, we're going to leave that as Terraforged because Terraforged does the really cool large biomes and how it distributes them and makes the rivers and all that. Right, leave all of this stuff on. We'll just hit the create new world button. This will take a bit. Okay, we're in. So Enigmatica 6 Expert is actually not fully released yet. It's more of a beta testing period. So, how do you get it, you might ask? Well, first off, I've gone to their GitHub repo, checked, Git cloned it down to my machine, checked out the development branch, so I'm running off of their development code. And then, once you're in game, you actually have to enable Expert. Right before I do that, let's just take a look real quick at what the differences are going to be. Actually, sorry, maybe I already have it enabled. Take a quick look at, like, what does it take to make a backpack? Ah, yes. We see canvas, leather stripe, basket, much different things than what we had to do in our last series. If I want to make the iron backpack, I remember the iron backpack was a simple backpack, one of these normal ones, surrounded by iron ingots. Now we need tough fabric and aluminum rods and a block of pig iron, right? So the point of the expert pack is to make the crafting recipes a lot more involved, and a lot of the mods lead into other mods. So, for example, if we look back in the book here, they have a gates section. And on the gates section, we're going to see that here's thermal series. Actually, let's read what it says here. Welcome to Enigmatica 6 Expert Mode. This chapter serves as a general guide to the progression. The goal of Enigmatica 6 Expert is to complete all the quests in the Bragging Rights chapter. Good luck and have fun. So this is what we're actually going to aim for, right? We're going to aim for completing all of these quests. And in order to do so, we're going to have to set up a lot of automation. We're going to have to do a lot of exploration. It should be a lot of fun, really. So down here it notes that mods are rarely strictly gated, while some of their items will be obtainable prior to the gate being unlocked, but not all things will be immediately obtainable once the gate is unlocked. So again, what that means is sometimes in order to craft an item from one mod, I'm going to have to use a different mod to craft that item. So there we go. Checked off the first thing. And so what I thought I was going to have to do, and I made a testing world beforehand just to sort of look at some things. You do have to come in here and you have to do mode expert. And when you type in mode expert, it will tell you that you need to reload. So after you do this, you have to save and quit the world and then start it back up. So here we are in a brand new world. Let's just open up this map real quick. Clearly, we don't want to go east. So let's head over this way to this birch forest. And we're going to get our basic starting items. Gotta get some wood, gotta make a stone pick, all that kind of stuff. Already, we found something that's fairly different from standard Minecraft, and that is, how do we make a stick? I don't know. Let's find out. Twigs, ancient wood, okay. Needle grass, thick stack. Hmm. Any pots, sawmill. I mean, what can we do right away? Because I don't even know how to make the first tool. Yeah, I mean, we're not going to be getting into any of these sort of devices. Probably the quest book will help us here. Maybe. Like I said, the mod isn't finished, so the quest book is probably not finished. Some of the recipes might not work. We'll see while we're playing through. Welcome to Enigmatica 6. We're glad to have you. This is very much like what we did the first time. We'll get our Farmer's Delight. We'll certainly grab some of these things. I don't want the XP right now in case we die. I want to lose it. Tools. So here's our mining gadget. See, how do we make a mining gadget now? Wow, this is way more involved already. We need to use creates mechanical crafters in a very large grid. I like that though. So we're not going to have a very powerful mining tool until much further in. So let's come back here again. Tools and armor, great. Yep. Click that. Did we actually unlock anything? Doesn't quite look like it. Come over here to Tetra. See if Tetra tells us something. Make Tetra tools, you need a hammer and occasionally other tools. Right? Let's also look real quick at Tinker's construct. Tinker's is probably going to take a bit more to get into. Patterns require sticks. Okay, so what did we already learn, right? I mean, we did learn that sticks drop from trees. We got one. May as well punch a few more trees down. Yeah, we got 3 sticks off of that one. There's one laying there. Looks like there's probably even one on the ground. If we craft that, yep. Perfect. Um, we have pillagers already. Not interested in that at all. Is this a pillager tower? It sure does look like it. Okay, we'll ignore that for now. They are relentless. I love those trees. They're huge. Okay, we have a tower. We're gonna go take refuge in the tower. We've got some fancy RGBs as well. Another large tower right over there too. Okay, so from out this window, I see a village. That's great. We'll go there, but it looks like it's starting to get dark now, so we'll wait until tomorrow. A book used to store experience. That is actually fantastic. Oh, this is funny, right? In the last series, we got this right before we died. Now we got it right in the very beginning. Got a fancy shield. How about that? Equip that. Okay, so this is a charm slot. It says it can go in a charm slot. Or the living armor socket. I don't know what that means exactly. Oh, living armor might be an actual piece of gear that you can put something on. So this, I don't know if I have to activate it, we'll find out, but when I pick up XP, it might go in there and not my hotbar. This wood pick says it has harvest level 0. So I don't think we're going to be able to do that at all. We're probably going to have to go directly into something like Tetra. Which we can do, right? We can make this hammer. I'm not going to take these just yet. Or that. And unfortunately, I couldn't convert the birch crafting table into the Tetra table, but you're able to convert that into a normal crafting table. Oh, and actually there was one right there I didn't notice. But we are going to start with this wood pick. That's going to be our Tetra tool base. Alright, and this says that we're going to need an axe, so maybe we need to make an axe as well here. So even after I put this birch pick on here, it still says it's only got tier of 0. So I don't know if a tier of 0 can actually mine stone or not. I'm not sure. But we're gonna do it. We're gonna make this a birch pick head and that a birch pick head. Ha! Once we have applied the birch pick head to both the front and the back, we get the pickaxe tier 1. So perfect. While we're at it, swap the handle out. Speed goes down, but our durability goes up slightly. Okay with that? We're not going to do this to the wooden axe. We'll just convert that directly to stone. Alright, so here is the vault spell that we got. It launches us up, and then launches us forward. Pretty neat. Wow. House sure is fancy. The leather worker. Like to check out his house, though. something just blew up. But I'm not seeing anything, so, What kind of bee is this? Zombie. Aggressive. Hey, so let me show you something that I found on top of this tower. We are quite high up, but I'm holding a book, and this book is the spell called Takeoff. Spoiler alert, I didn't know how to use it at first, and I may have died on first trying it out. But here's what happens. I'm going to use it, it shoots me up in the air, and then I'm able to fly like I have an elytra. We have an early game flight mechanic. Right, you can see on the top left that I do have a timer. That's how long the flight is going to be active for. But as long as I keep using the spell, I'm going to keep getting more flight time. And I'm able to use the spell every time I have 100 mana on the bottom left. So I was looking for where to put the base, and I found this place here, which is really cool looking, right? It's got these hills. We're starting to lose our light here, but got these hills and mountains and valleys, and it's really cool looking. Got like a cool little shrine at the top of the mountain. So I was thinking maybe here, but because I had flight, I decided I was gonna fly around just a little bit. And let me come this way. Right here, I think this place is really cool looking. It's on the river bend. It's got 2 towers. It's got a little village and everything. Not only that, but it's got this, you know, large open areas on either side, and it does have its own mountain in the back. Starting to lose too much height here. Let's stop real quick and just make it day again. Alright, perfect. So let's keep flying around just a little bit. Yeah, unfortunately when you start from the ground you lose so much height real fast, it's hard to get high. But we have over here another tower. I don't know, we have a ruined tower, which is really neat. I'm just really feeling like we could make a cool like kingdom. Maybe medieval style. I'm not fully sure on that yet, but we have that village that we could upscale. And I was thinking this mountain right here would be really cool to put as like castle on top or something, you know, something up here to say like this is the ruler of this area. Have some walls around it. It just seems really cool. So, since this place isn't protected, I have maybe blocked a few of the villagers in so that they don't die. They'll be safe now. I haven't blocked them all in, but some of them, and then we'll let them out once I'm sure that they're not gonna just die. Especially if we're gonna be spending time right here. Oh, and another cool thing that this village has, I don't know if these are craftable or if you can only find them in a village, but it's got a bounty board, right? So I can take quests from this board, like, hey, kill 2 creepers and I get some kind of redstone upgrade? Interesting. If I go mine some redstone dust, redstone repeater. Yeah, so I think we'll be using this. Epic bounty, a redstone inductor. I don't even know what that is. And you can see that over here there are decrees. Again, I don't know if these change or if I have to find them to slot them in. But it's going to be something neat to play around with. So I've kind of taken this little tiny house as my own. And I did make a map of the area before we start modifying everything. I only have 3 maps. I found those in chests. I'm going to make another one as soon as I get some paper to fill this one in. But for the time being, I'm going to build a house right there. And that's where it's going to be like our storage workshop area. So this is just the very, front of it. But we'll come back once I have it more complete. Okay, so I'm caving, right? I need to get some initial stone and ore and all that kind of stuff. And you can see I've already been down here, but I noticed that there was a little bit of light in this tunnel. So I make my way over here. Lo and behold, I find some glowstone. Well, glowstone doesn't normally appear in the overworld. But what this told me is we're near an occultism grove. I'm not sure exactly what they call it. But I happened to notice, and typically, right, if you're playing the game without other kinds of mods, you wouldn't notice this. But if you look at the top, it says andesite occultism instead of just andesite. So like, right, andesite Minecraft, but andesite occultism. So it's actually a different stone, and if we come in here, this is generated by occultism, and we can see that there are other occultism blocks in here. So I've marked this on the map. We can see I've created this occultism stone marker. It'll be like right here. So we're gonna come back. We can't just mine it right now. If we mine it right now, I'll just get normal andesite. But if we come back with the demon dream fruit and we eat that, it'll allow us to see the spiritual world. And when we see the spiritual world, we'll be able to mine it correctly. And that'll let us start into that mod a little bit. Typically, these generate with trees as well, and the trees, they look like normal oak, but they're special demon oak or something like that. I don't know if there's maybe a cave underneath here that is still the occultism, or if we just didn't get lucky with the trees, but I will definitely be back here. Alright, so look what I have just now come upon. This is a really cool and looks like fairly dangerous place, but while I'm here, I'm going to quickly grab a single bucket of lava. We got diamond ore, neat. That's the first diamond we've seen, but we're not going to stick around to get it. There are a lot of monsters here, and I'm not prepared for it just yet. But this place is really cool. I think we'll definitely come back here and do something. Something that I found in a loot chest is this MLG YOLO bucket. It says it's got infinity on it, so this might just be an infinite water source. We're gonna find out right now. Go ahead and break that, and we're gonna put a little bit on the other side here. Yep, looks to be infinite. That's pretty interesting. We're gonna plant some sugarcane here, because we need the paper real bad. So that'll just kind of passively grow while we're working in this area. The other thing that we really need for this building is we're going to need some stone. Yeah, while I was caving, I did get a little bit, but unfortunately, it was mainly the ore. So we need that. We're going to make a vanilla cobblestone generator. We did get this bucket of lava, and we've got the water. I think we're just going to set it up about right here-ish. Okay, so this is your typical sort of vanilla cobblestone generator. What happens here? We have lava, and the lava flows down onto the stone, or onto the water, and it turns the water into stone. Our water source blocks are actually in these stairs, so they're safe. They're not going to be turned into anything. Just kind of sit here and mine for a bit. Every time we mine, it's going to break the stone. It'll go down into the hopper. And then the hopper will push it over into this chest. So here we are. We're already building up some cobblestone. So I'm going to get a bunch of that. We're going to smelt it into smooth stone, make some bricks, that kind of stuff. And then we're going to expand this out that direction. I'm out in this like arid sand desert area. You know, I needed to get some sand. I'm going to make some glass and that kind of stuff. And look what is also out here. This thing's pretty sweet looking. Skeleton. Like a dragon, and it looks like it's got gold blocks inside it. Check this out. Oh! I bet there's a spawner in there. Yep, I see the spawner. You know, I don't want to destroy the spawner, but we are going to grab these gold blocks, which I actually am full on my inventory for a bunch of stuff, like the sand. Back in there. Grab that gold. All right. But yeah, that is a husk spawner. I don't really know if husks are useful for anything, but I don't want to destroy the spawner just in case. Nice. That was a very interesting find. On my way back home. Alright, so here I'm selecting the Eidolon book, and specifically, let's take a look at the mystical signs. You can see it's empty. So I happen to have found a witch hut, and there is a witch over here. And the way that you get more signs is, well, the way that you get the first sign, anyways, is you have to give the book to the witch, and they will write the sign in there. Here's our witch. Not friendly, by the way. But I do give them the book, and they, you know, write in it. How nice of them. And then they immediately want to try to kill me again, so I get out of there. So here we go. Now we can take a look and see. There's our new sign. Call a wicked sign. And basically, we need to have a table for it. Alright everyone, we're now at the end of this episode. Well, what have we accomplished? Well, we have found our base location, right? We're going to convert this village on the river and make it into a kind of medieval fortress, maybe a castle. I mean, those things are quite a ways in the future, but for today, we found our place to live. We've also created, you know, a cobblestone generator. We did a little bit of mining back there in the mountain. We found some cool artifacts like vault. Of course, the first one's always a little weird, but the other thing we did is we created a building. Wow. So this is the storage house. So let me take you through. Give you a little demonstration of what this building is. So unlike the last series where we didn't have a storage building for a very long time, and then when we finally got to the point of having a storage building, I died. In this one, we're going to have a storage building right off the bat, and it's not going to be anywhere near as impressive as what I was aiming for the first time. This one's a much smaller building, but you can kind of see that there's some storage in there just through the windows. And it's going to be a storage room and a workshop, right? So we're going to have our crafting table and our Tetra workbench here, and we're going to probably have a couple other benches and things over there, depending on how much storage we need. But at the moment, I have 6 chests here, and this one's like wood, this one's going to have ores in it, metals, this one's going to have stone things, we've got mob drops. This one down here is sand and dirt. I don't quite like the look of how they stick out like that, so we might find something else to show them off with. And I have an empty one. Of course, we still have quite a few different things back here that I'm going to still need to move over. But that's fine. And then finally, we have a little loft. And in the loft is our bed. So, I mean, I don't really like that torch there. Maybe we'll find a lantern or something that I can set on here. But yeah, I felt it was very important to get a storage building going earlier than later, so we can get some sorting going on. It's going to make our journey that much easier. Thank you everyone for checking out episode 1. This one's definitely going to run a bit longer than the hardcore series did, since we don't have the threat of a death wiping out our whole world. And again, just so everyone's aware, right, this is just a beta version of Enigmatica 6 Expert. So it might not be fully complete, but our goal is going to be completing it through the bragging rights. So thanks again for watching. Perks Rain signing off.